unrealistic expectations that could be keeping you single and you don't even know it. We're going to talk about it, but before we do...
And we're Terrence and God-Ordained Union, and we're here to do one thing, and one thing only, and that is to help increase God-Ordained Union.
Yes, yes. So if you are single and you desire marriage, you've been praying for marriage, you've been waiting for a long time, this is definitely the channel you need to subscribe to, because on this channel, not only is it our goal to increase marriage, it is our desire and goal to help you see who your person is. Anybody can get married, but it's the difference when you get your person, the person who God ordained for your life for a specific assignment and purpose and position that only the two of you together can fulfill. And so on this channel, we like to call ourselves your biggest cheerleaders. We're not relationship coaches. We're not, definitely don't give marital advice, because we've only been married for 4 years, a little under 4 years. But we share our testimony. We were waiting for a long time, which we thought was a long time for marriage. I was over 50 when I was 52 when I got married, when Terrence and I got married. And Terrence was...
I was 54.
54. I had never been married. I never had any biological children. And so there were things that were blocking me. And I didn't know. But the one thing is that neither one of us settled. And so it is a difference when you get to your person, get with your person. And so that's what we do on this channel. We help you to not fall for the traps and schemes of the enemy. Because the thing is the enemy does not want you to be married. But even more clever, the enemy desires you to, he doesn't care if you get married. He just don't want it to be to your person. He will match you with a counterfeit, and he will cheer you on and rah-rah and show up to your wedding, and knowing that the marriage is a dead situation. So it's more about getting to your person. So that's what we do on this channel. So make sure you subscribe, turn on your notifications. We go live every Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We do pre-recorded videos like this one that drops every Sunday and every Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We have a private group that meets every first and third Tuesdays at 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can join that group by going to our website, www.godordainedunion.com. And the group is called God-Ordained Connections. It's a private group. So if you want to join us, you can do that. We also do one-on-ones. So if you need a one-on-one, again, we ain't no licensed counselors, therapists, but we have wisdom. God has given us wisdom. So if you need a godly perspective, a fresh perspective on your situation, we're here.
If you just need a listening ear.
Yes.
Somebody that's not going to prejudge you. Somebody that's going to listen and allow you to share what's on your heart and what your concerns are.
But we will give feedback. If you want our feedback, because most people want our feedback. So we will give feedback. We pray about, before we even get on the call, we pray that God gives us a listening ear and give us wisdom to speak what he wants us to speak. And so one-on-ones are available. We also have a prayer call that is absolutely free. We don't host it. It's hosted by my mom. It is every Friday night, starting at 11:50 p.m. into midnight. Because let me tell you something. It's something about the prayers of the righteous that availeth much. And a lot of people's situation is that they need breakthrough through prayer. It's almost like labor pains, pushing things through. You never know what your potential spouse is going through. And so to be able to pray on their behalf by faith, and to be able to get together with prayer warriors, you can pray yourself, and your prayers are very, very powerful in and of itself. But the word says where 2 or 3 are gathered together in my name, he's in the midst. So you can join us for prayer as well. You can also go to our website, www.godordainedunion.com. And on the calendar is where the prayer call information is. It's called War Cry. Also, we have an ebook for ladies. Those of you who are blocked up, all blocked up, generational patterns, unforgiveness, soul ties, resentment, jealousy, envy that you might not even realize you're carrying. All of that stuff could be blocked up, is operating. What is happening is that the Lord has what he has for you or who he has for you, but those things are blocking you up. And so it's coming out in your behaviors. And so you think you're good because a lot of times it's out of sight, out of mind. But the way you're acting on a day-to-day, the way you're operating, your decisions, your decision-making, all of that is determined by what you are carrying. And so that could be repelling people. So if you want to know how to break free from those, get the ebook. You can get the ebook at our website, www.godordainedunion.com, as well as please follow us, y'all, on Instagram. So we're starting to put more of our day-to-day lifestyle on Instagram. So we had that platform before, but that's where we are doing more of our, instead of doing dropping our lifestyle videos here on YouTube, we are doing more of our day-to-day, seeing who we are behind this platform on Instagram. So our Instagram handle is a God-Ordained Union. And so you can go follow us on Instagram.
Oh, that was a lot.
That was a lot.
That was a lot.
Okay, so over the last couple of days, this has been so heavy on my spirit. I woke up this morning, I said, baby, we got to talk about this because there is so much going on and being told, being said, being displayed, acting out on social media, and it's confusing the people. It's putting out these false expectations, these people who are putting out these things on these, and they're coming across as there's these expectations that they're pushing. It could be in the form of a quote unquote relationship coach who's putting it out, a form of a marriage coach that's putting this out. It could be just a single person's perspective that they're adamant that if it does not happen this way, it's not going to be. And what is happening is that a lot of you all may be soaking all of this up. And when the person comes into your life, male or female, because we'll break down both, male or female, when they come into your life, they are not meeting these expectations that you were taught they should be meeting, and you throwing the person away. You're disregarding them. You're writing them off. And so we've got to talk about these unrealistic expectations. You know, we talk about this all the time. We had no expectations in our relationship, but we talk about these unrealistic expectations. But we need to drive this home again because they could be keeping you single.
For sure.
All right.
So you want me to start?
Yeah, you start.
Cool. Then what I'm going to share is what men think about women. Okay, the expectations, the unrealistic expectations we put on y'all. Okay,
Ooh.
So, and here's the thing, like she said, it's been put out there so much. You've heard it so much in a lot of cases from people that you actually think are credible, people that you trust, people that you believe in, that you watch so much that you've allowed it to get into your heart to where you believe it so much that when you do run across people that are potential, you don't give them the time of day because these unrealistic expectations is saying they're not the one. Okay. So the first one is going to be men think that all women, all of you should be low maintenance. We don't we put this on that you can't come to us needing all this stuff because that's just too much. That ain't in our life right now. And we're not looking for needing to do this and needing to do that and needing to baby this and we need you to be low maintenance. Okay. That is an unrealistic expectation because we all, even men have desires and needs and wants. And so who are we to tell y'all not to have y'all own? Okay.
Right.
So yeah, that's number one.
Wait a minute. So a low maintenance would be something like, so when I think of low maintenance, I think of, like high maintenance could be like, she's always got to get her hair done. She's always got to get her nails done. She's always got to go shopping. She always, going on. She's doing all these things. And and when she comes into your life, you gotta either finance it or you gotta spend time waiting for her getting those things done.
And I think, and here's the thing, I think men think that it's high maintenance when it takes us away from doing stuff we want to do. Okay.
Good
Look,
point.
if you want to get your hair done and I'm going bowling with the fellas, I'm not considering that high maintenance because I'm thinking, yeah, you go do that. I'm going to go.
It's only high maintenance when it costs them something.
When I'm trying to watch the game and now you want to go do something.
Right.
It's like, now I'm going to miss the game because I got to go do this.
Right.
That's when we start saying it's high maintenance. Yeah. As long as we got another plan that's going to keep us occupied that we want to do, we don't trip about it.
Right.
Yeah. Number two is this. Now, look, this right here is a trip, but it's physical attraction should carry the relationship. Physical attraction should carry the relationship. Why is that an unrealistic expectation? Because as we get older, our body's going to fail us all. Our body's going to fail us all. So when it gets to a point where you say, well, she isn't the way she used to be when we first met. Yeah, but she's 20 years older than when you first met her too. Okay? Mm-hmm. There's things that, look, and we also contribute to that physical attraction change because we are giving you that lifestyle that you have. So we can't expect you to look like you 20 and we 50 years old doing all these bad habits we've been doing for the last 30 years.
Or just aging,
period.
Mm-hmm. I think a lot of men think that when, so say if y'all are, getting to know each other and you send him a picture of you and the picture is a couple of years old. And so when you see each other face to face, you have this unrealistic expectation that, she should be like, she's 20 pounds heavier now. This unrealistic expectation that, she should have kept her whatever. Yeah.
And look, that's real big on dating online.
Yeah.
Because so many people set their profile up probably years ago. And they haven't updated the pictures. Right. So now periodically you need to go update the pictures so they see that, you have changed from when you first started that. So
when they see you and you're beautiful and you're in beautiful shape, their unrealistic expectation is that you better not change. You better be the same size 8, same size 10 that you was when I met you. Yeah, that's unrealistic.
Now, this next one is the biggest
number 3
lie that we could ever put on y'all. Okay. That is that we look for y'all to have, to bring us peace, no conflict whatsoever.
We say it all the time. We talk about this all the time.
We say, look, we need a woman that's going to bring me peace. She's taking away my peace. She's this, she's that. Look, y'all can't bring us peace. You can't take it away.
You need to tell the men that. Tell these men. Y'all
can't give us peace.
Men, they can't give you peace.
We need to come to the relationship with our peace. We get that from the Holy Spirit.
Yep.
Y'all can't do nothing about that. It's a fruit of the Spirit. So if we can take that expectation off of you, then you will have men stop saying that, but we got to educate them first. Fellas, women can't give us peace. They can't take it away. You need to have that before you meet them, if you're going to have it at all.
Right. Because usually men have a false sense of peace. They think being alone is peace, and actually it's not. That's a false sense of peace.
Absolutely. And we've been putting that unrealistic expectation on women for years.
Yes.
And we're here to clear that up and say, look, when you get in a conversation with the guy and he's talking to you about peace, you need to remind him quickly that the Holy Spirit gives him peace, not a woman. So that was number 3, and that's huge. Y'all got to catch that one, because that right there is a game changer.
We talk about that one all the time.
That's a game changer. Okay. Number 4 is quick loyalty without any type of investment, emotional investment. We expect you to stop everything you're doing from the time we meet you and do exactly what we say. Every time we say it. Just because we the guy. We expect you to say, oh, I just met you, but whatever you say is important. Not what I've been doing up to this second, but everything you say from here on out. I got to stop what I'm doing. What I knew was very ignorant, and now I got you. Somebody's got all this wisdom. Somebody's got all this knowledge, and you're going to tell me everything, and it's going to be the gospel, and I'm going to have to follow it.
Man, he's talking to you.
So fellas, you need to understand something. When you meet a woman, you need to realize she's been living her own life up to that point, and she has learned things. She has made decisions in her life that brought her to that point. So she knows how to handle herself. She knows how to take care of herself. She knows what's been paying her bills up to that point. So you can't expect her to drop everything she's learned in her whole entire life because you're the guy now and what you say goes.
Automatic submission.
She's been running her own companies. We got women that are being business owners. We got women that are creating empires, and they meet a guy and the guy expect them to forget all this stuff, these degrees and all of this education, all of these life experiences, and now just solely go off of what you say. Cut that out.
That's an unrealistic.
That's unrealistic expectation. Especially when you haven't proven that you even pay your own bills.
Ooh, you don't
that
even
you
know.
Got a house when most of you don't. You're still living at home, which ain't nothing wrong with that. But how you going to expect them to listen to you when they got a house? They not only got a house, they got land with the company on it that is theirs. But you expect them to listen to you about finances.
Wow.
What financial decisions have you made that have changed your zip code? So I'm saying that to say, let's take these unexpected expectations off of women. Unrealistic expectations off of women, okay? And understand that they also have made some powerful decisions in their life up to this moment that have made them successful. And they did it without our input because we wasn't in their life at that time. Think about that. Now, this one right here, look, when this right here happens, I think it happens when guys have been bitter and they put their mind and their focus on pushing business and getting themselves to a financial point in their life. And these guys are successful. These guys are successful. Some of them making 6, 7 digits, and they have done it. But now they want a woman. The unexpected expectation is they want you to come in and fit into the life that they have created seamlessly. Which means they got a script that you just going to come in and play a role. They bought their house. They furnished it already. They got everything in it. They got the dog, all this stuff. All they need you to come in and play the wife role. They want you to know that they're going to make all the decisions. They got the money. They made all of this stuff possible for you to live a lifestyle that they have created, and you don't have any say so. You just need to come in and be that beautiful wife that they're going to show off when it's time for them to show off.
Wow. And what that looks like on social media is that he built this beautiful life for me. He did this, and and what's not being said is that you just came in and filled a role. You just feel, and I'm not saying that he does not like you or love you, but you came in and because this is what it looks like. And so your expectation is that he has to have a house and all of that stuff, and he has to have something for me to come to, and because that's how his unrealistic expectation was.
And see, and these guys got it in their head. If I'm going to get a wife, I need to be able to do these things for her. So they do it before they even get you.
Wow.
You didn't even have any input. But now when you get there, now you have to decide if you want to go into something that's already been created. You don't have any to say so.
Cookie cutter.
Yeah. They got it all. They even fixed what type of woman you're supposed to be as their wife. You just have to come in, pick up the script, read it, and say, oh, okay, today I am to say this, 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 and this. I'm to do this, 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 and this, because he's already created it for me. I don't have any say-so whatsoever. I'm just playing a part that he has already written for me.
So men, if you already got your beautiful house built and all of that, you have everything, the pajamas, everything, the lingerie, all laid out for her, and you just want the woman to come in, and she comes and you start dating a woman and she comes to your big, beautiful house and she's not impressed. That's why.
Look, personally, I believe the two should start from scratch when it comes to the house and all this other stuff. But I will say this, fellas, if you already got a house that you feel is big enough to have a family in, when you bring her and let her see the house, just let her know, look, as my queen, as the new woman in my life, as the woman that's going to be here for the rest of my life, I need you to come in here and make it whatever you want it to be. This is yours. Home. This is yours. I have a house. You're going to make it a home. Okay. Let her make that your castle. Let her make that whatever it is women bring to our lives, because they were created to do that.
Yeah. And also, I mean, just to be for real, another unrealistic expectation is that a woman is a decorator and she wants to come in and decorate. Not all women, like I have a sister that's like, that will clearly, like, if he wants to decorate, he can decorate. If he want to pick out the furniture, he can pick out the furniture. Like, so that is another unrealistic expectation that the woman does want to do the decorating. And it's an assumption. But I guess the point is that men, is an unrealistic expectation
to put on a woman that she is to come into a life you've already created and just play a part. And her identity doesn't matter. Everything she's been through up to that point doesn't matter. And I get that you feel you're making her life better. You're giving her something that you may feel she don't have. But she's still an individual. She still have likes and desires and wants and needs, and those individual perspective she brings to the table is what's going to help complete you as a couple.
Right.
And the last one that I'm going to share with you in regards to unrealistic expectations is this. Avoiding emotional responsibility. Look, we got to come in to these relationships knowing that ain't none of us perfect. Okay. And we're going to grow emotionally. We're going to grow towards each other. We're going to learn things as we go. We can't come in thinking this person is perfect. We can't come in thinking we're not going to learn anything else, that we have reached our plateau of learning. And now when this person come in, they got to be perfect. Women are not perfect. Men are not perfect. So let's stop putting these expectations that you got to be perfect when you come into this life. When you meet me, you got to be perfect already. Because that is not the case.
Yeah, and emotional, that's a big one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we got to stop thinking in conjunction to that is that whatever it is you're going through, whatever it is you've experienced, we're going to be the ones that heal you. We can't do that emotionally either.
Right. We cannot. That's right.
I'm going to fix you.
Right.
Come in. I'm the man. I'm the husband. I got you. I'm going to fix you. You're going to be okay.
Wow.
So those will be the areas that I feel right now that men put unexpected unrealistic expectations on women when they meet them, when they first meet them, that we need to take off the table.
So let me talk to you ladies. These are some unrealistic expectations that some of you all place on men, and they could be keeping you single. And rightfully so, as we were saying, social media is pushing this. The people who you trust, and they're pushing this. A lot of them are pushing this. So the very first one, I have 6 as well. So the very first one is that the guy should already know what you want and need. He got to be a mind reader. He comes into he just met you on Monday, and by, you giving him 3 days to know everything about you and everything you want and everything you need. That is so unrealistic because he's not a mind reader. And a lot of people say, well, a lot of women say, I ain't going to tell him because that would be performative. And, and I got to tell him, I got to teach him how to treat me. Every woman is different. Every woman's needs are different. So, a guy can come into a potential relationship with 10 different women over 10 different years, over a 10-year period. And every one of them are different. And so that's part of getting to know stage is really like, let him learn what your love language is. Let him learn your likes and your dislikes. That comes with getting to know people. So you can't expect him to know everything about you and know what you need and know what you want. Oh my God, he didn't do this and he didn't say this right off the bat. That's unrealistic. Number 2 is, an instant emotional connection. I think that's it. That's one of the biggest unrealistic expectation is that immediately you're going to have trust for this person. They're going to have trust for you. They're going to be vulnerable. They're going to share all their feelings. They're going to and as we've said before, that part, the vulnerability and the emotional connection, that in a relationship spans a lifetime with the person. There's some things that Terrence just revealed to me about him over the last 6 months, well after we're married, about, some emotional things, that he had gone through. And so it takes trust and building trust and trusting people with your heart. Even though for the most part, yes, my husband trusts me he trusts me and it is a safe space for him. But there's a lot of things that, the person is not willing to share, things that they're grappling with that they don't even like to think about themselves.
And these can be things that we've suppressed.
Right.
And we just haven't found a safe space that will allow those things to come back to where we discuss it, or it's on our heart to discuss it with someone.
Right.
So sometimes those types of things, like she just said, might be 5, 6, 10 years into the marriage before they even come out.
And one of those emotional things is like like my husband's lost 2 parents. And so, in the beginning, my husband has been very vocal, and he's shared even on the prayer call when we do the inspirational about his mom, when he lost his mom, because his mom passed away in his arms. But there's a lot of things that he has not yet shared about when his dad passed and what that made him feel like. Because what you were 9, and it's not me to say, well, tell me all about it. How do you feel? What do you go through? No, it takes, sometimes it takes years to, get for them to be able to talk about it. So having an instant emotional connection right away is unrealistic. It's so unreal. He should know everything. You should know everything about him. Unrealistic. Number 3, which we talk about all the time, it's an unrealistic expectation to think that consistency equals commitment. Just because dude texts you and call you every single day, it does not mean that he is committed to you or that he has a high interest in marrying you. Attention does not equal healthy interest. It just does not. And it's a very unrealistic expectation to think that just because he texts and call you every day, that he is committed and he wants to be with you long term and he's really, really into you. And just because he does not text and call you every single day, it is an unrealistic expectation for you to require him to do it. Because a lot of that comes from needing attention and comes from low self-esteem. Like you don't hear from this person on you done talk to him all night on Monday and you don't hear from him until Thursday, that you think that, something's wrong and what happened? What did I do? And relax. You just met him. Relax. And so yeah, that was number 3. Number 4, an unrealistic expectation that a lot of women have in relationships, especially in the first 30 days, is they want clear direction on where the two of you are going with the relationship. And it's a difference of understanding a man's intent. Like, does he intend to be married? Not to just me, I'm just not saying only to me, but to just marriage, period. But it's an unrealistic expectation for you to assume that he should know about you and him immediately, and where y'all going, and what's the status of your relationship, and what is the title of your relationship. That is an unrealistic expectation. And it also, because what it does is it'll make you judge him on his leadership potential or his leadership capabilities. And a part of this unrealistic expectation of clear direction is that you will think that he's not a good leader, or that he can't lead the relationship because he has not yet said where the two of you are going in the relationship. And he's like, I'm just trying to get to know you.
I'm just trying to figure out if you even going to be in my life.
Exactly.
So, yeah, I haven't thought about where we're headed. I'm trying to think about if you're actually going to be there with me when I head anywhere.
Yes. Number 5, which is a huge pet peeve for me, and I'm going to explain why. Number 5, unrealistic expectation that this man's supposed to honor you and celebrate you for your birthday, for your Valentine's Day, for Christmas, for this, which is the reason why we are doing this video, because I came across a video on social media. It was a young lady, single young lady, who talked about 3 different guys she was dating. And she gave the scenario of how each one of them acknowledged her birthday. The third guy that acknowledged her birthday, he showed up with flowers. He made plans. He made dinner. He called her early in the morning. He texted her good morning before calling her happy birthday, beautiful, all these things. And her whole message of the video is, ladies, know your worth. Man, if you are putting your value in your worth, in him texting you and acknowledging your birthday or acknowledging Valentine's Day, you have low worth, because that's unrealistic. And I say this, and I have to take in consideration of the difference between millennials and Gen Xers. Because Gen Xers, let me tell you something about Gen Xers. That's those of us who are 45 and older. Those of us who are Gen Xers, who were born in Gen Xers, we know what it is to be celebrated for our birthdays. Our mamas, even if they ain't had no money, we had real birthday parties. We had real birthday parties with children at the birthday parties. It was not a birthday party where it was about who could outdo who party on social media. No, we had birthday parties where the mama looked a mess in the kitchen, but she gonna make sure that we got a cake and that we got all the kids around the table with the cake, even if she spent her last food stamps or her last money. And even if it was nobody but our siblings and our cousins, We know what it is to be celebrated for our birthdays. We don't put a lot of emphasis on it in our adult years. It is not a requirement. Like it is, yes, we like to be celebrated, but to put an unrealistic expectation, he's got to do this, and this for my birthday, or he is cut off. Because the girl actually said she cut the two dudes off. One of the guys did not say happy birthday until 4 o'clock, and he sent her a cash app for $50. She gave it back. Like what? Unrealistic expectation.
And one of the reasons why is something that we've said here since the beginning. And that is when you first meet somebody, trust me, when you first meet a guy, you're not the priority in our life.
Nope.
What we were doing before we met you is still priority, which means I'm not asking you for your birthday. Even if we met in January, I'm not thinking immediately that I need to make sure next month in February I have your Valentine's Day present. I'm not thinking about that. I'm thinking about, hey, how you doing? Would you like to go out? I'm not thinking about celebrating holidays and stuff with you at that particular moment. You're not a priority yet. You haven't earned that yet. And here's the thing. We have seen this in the research that we've done over the years on this channel. A lot of the people that are not who God has for you are using that as ways to show you that you are important to them. But then when you meet the person God has, that person takes care of your birthdays and Valentine's Day like you ain't never had before. They just didn't do it when they first met you because, again, you wasn't the priority. But now you're their wife. That changes things.
And it changes things even more to another level because now you get to birthdays and Valentine's Days, and so many healthy married couples say, we ain't do nothing for Valentine's Day. Because now you know that the health and the real value of the relationship, love, is supersedes a heart and candy and flowers.
Yeah,
it's super. So many for Christmas. So many married couples, we don't even exchange gifts. The very first year we shared we spent we've had several Christmases together, but now we've had Christmases that we didn't even exchange gifts. We bought gifts for other people's, but we didn't even, not because we didn't have the money, it's because it no longer becomes that it is no longer, the value changes. It's no longer in the things. And so and that's a unrealistic expectation.
Yes.
If you think that somebody, if they miss your birthday or if they miss, me and Terrence started talking officially in November. My birthday was, well, first, okay, so my birthday was, y'all know my birthday is Valentine's Day, or 2 days after Valentine's Day. When we met we started talking in November. When Valentine's Day and my birthday came along, I was celebrating my 50th birthday. I remember that morning, Terrence did send me a happy Valentine's Day message. I don't even remember if I didn't see him for my birthday or Valentine's Day because we hadn't seen each other yet. But I don't even remember him calling to acknowledge me because it was really not that. If I would have, I don't even remember if he did or not. I was planning my own birthday celebration with my girls. And whether he did or not, you think I would have been hung up on it if he did? Because I don't remember, he probably didn't. He probably didn't remember it was my birthday. Because I'm not the one that say, it's my birthday. My birthday's coming up. Remember, it's my birthday. Like, that's not me. I'm not that type of person. And so, if he would, let's just say he didn't acknowledge my birthday because I don't remember. But you think I would have thrown this man away? Because he didn't say happy birthday? Like, that is the craziest.
Here's what people miss about this particular one. When you get to the point to where he says, I'm in love with you and I want to marry you and make you my wife, and y'all have been dating for 5 years or so, which is more
that's
important?
Dangerous. Wait a minute. Let's because we're going to scare them.
Which is more important? The fact that he proposed to you, or the fact that he celebrated a birthday,
acknowledge a birthday,
or Valentine's Day when y'all first met,
or didn't acknowledge your birthday?
So the point of this is saying some of you are saying this person isn't qualified because they're not celebrating something that you feel is important when y'all first meet. But in the big scheme of things, it's more important that he sees you and cares about you enough to put a ring on your finger, to say, I want to marry you, than it is for him to say, here's some flowers for Valentine's Day. So we don't want you to miss the opportunity of being with the person God has for you, because you think because this person didn't celebrate Valentine's Day or your birthday the year before that he's not the one.
Right. Because he could, I mean, and ladies, a lot of guys don't know how to celebrate. A lot of guys, and going back to like Gen Xers, the reason why a lot of guys don't like to celebrate is because they had enough birthday parties when they was little, or they didn't have any birthday parties. A lot of guys just does not know how to celebrate. I mean, they don't. The point is don't charge it to their heart. Don't charge it to their lack of interest, because they don't wake up in the first thing in the morning and you got, flowers on your job for Valentine's Day, or a big heart, or balloons, or even a good morning text, or not a good morning text, a happy birthday. Or don't charge it to their heart, because guess what the reality is? Once you get 7 years into your marriage, even 2 years into your marriage, they're probably going to forget your anniversary. They're probably going to forget the anniversary. They don't celebrate their own birthday. Very few men, grown men, celebrate their birthday. But once you communicate and say, listen, it is very important that I celebrate my birthday and that you acknowledge it, that is part of the communication. Mm-hmm. But that comes with getting to know the person. Yeah. But to just that goes back to being a mind reader. We met on Monday. My birthday is on, next Thursday. I'm going to see if he's going to acknowledge my birthday. I'm going to see if he's going to say, happy birthday. Because I mentioned that I was going to, on a girls' trip. I'm going to see if he's going to do unrealistic expectation.
And you're setting yourself up for failure too, because guys that will play you, you're giving them things to do that helps them play you. Consistency. He can call you right now and say, I'm thinking about you. And the woman that he's messing around with on the side is standing right in front of him saying, go ahead and get that call out the way so she don't bother us the rest of the day. And then they go on and be with somebody else. Okay. So stop asking them to do something or require them to do something that's also setting you up to be played.
Unrealistic expectation. And my last one, ladies, thinking that you're going to get a perfect man. Thinking that you're going to get a man that's going to come into your life and it's going to feel perfect. The only thing that it should feel, whether it's the one or not the one, you should always be feeling peace. But to think that you're going to feel like this is a perfect man is an unrealistic expectation. And under this imperfect man comes, he may not plan the dinner date. He may not. He might say, I want to take you out. And he may very well say, make the reservations where you want to go. And that's not a bad thing. Transparency. From day one, My husband has not planned nothing.
Except for the day I proposed to her.
That's it, which threw me off because I was used to planning everything. I planned all the trips, all the dinner dates, everywhere we go. I plan everything from day one. I put everything into place. Now that we married, let me tell you how this looks. I do the planning. He does the paying. He also does the packing and the unpacking. He carries all the luggage. He makes sure we get to the plane on time. And so you're looking at things just from one side. I got to do it all. I got to do the planning. I got to do the plan. I got to do it all. I got to do this. And he doesn't do anything. Stop being selfish. I love the For Better or Best podcast. I've been watching that. I love Shireen and Charles. And so he is the planner. He does all the planning. And there was one episode when he was talking because they always traveling around the globe. Like they go to they take their kids, like they in Japan or Dubai or the UK. They go all over. They travel all over. And there was one episode where he was saying, I do all the planning. I do all the planning of the trips. I take care of all the itinerary because I got, this is what the husband is saying. I got the itinerary from this. Only thing Shireen got to do is show up. She was like, no. Let's get that clear. You might do the planning in the 6-month period of time, but it's that week of travel that I'm making sure all of our outfits are coordinated. I'm making sure all of our outfits are laid out, the boys' outfits, everything is color coordinated. So when you want to get in these pictures and put them on social media, everything looks good. And he was like, yeah, you're right. You're right. So you can't go on if he's not the perfect man because he doesn't plan the perfect date and he doesn't. Child, if you're good at planning the dates, go ahead and take that. Like, stop making stuff so complicated. Mm-hmm. Everything's got to be perfect. He's got to go take me to the perfect 5-star restaurant. When we started dating, because everything is relative and everything has variables to it. When our very first date, where did we go in our very first dinner date?
We went to Chili's.
We went to Chili's. Now, if y'all know us, been rocking with us for a long time, y'all know it's nothing for us to go to a fine dining restaurant and drop $500, $600, just the two of us on one dinner date. Nothing for it. Like, price is no, but when we first started dating, our very first date was Chili's. And I remember I asked him, do you want me to pay for it? Because he came to my city. He came to Raleigh. And we went to Chili's because nothing was open. It was a pandemic. Mm-hmm. And very few restaurants was open. So you're having these unrealistic expectations. It's got to be that we're the type, listen, we'll go to Cookout or we don't go to McDonald's, but we'll go to Wendy's or Cookout or Bojangles. And I remember let me tell you something. We went to see New Edition a couple of years ago. We went to see New Edition. And you know where our dinner date was? We had Popeyes in the car before the show started. But if you was to say, okay, I'm going to take you out to this is the first week y'all start dating. I'm going to take you out to a show and, we're going to get something to eat. And y'all put up the Popeyes, you would probably write that guy off because that's not the perfect man who you envisioned. And so
to most men, the perfect date, the experience is being with the right company.
It's just being with the right person.
Just being with the right person.
Yes.
So let me give you some things that is more important than these unrealistic expectations.
Okay.
First of all, let me head about this saying this. A healthy relationship does not start perfect. It starts intentional.
You got to consider each other, who each other is individually, uniquely. Everything is a variable to everything. Mm-hmm. It's different variables.
So with that being said, ask questions Don't give in to assumptions. Okay? Ask questions. Don't give in to assumptions. Observe patterns. Observe patterns. So you'll be aware of what's going on. Okay.
Yeah. Look at their love language. Look at how their love language may not be gift giving. So they don't know to buy you flowers.
Absolutely.
Look at their, listen to how they operate. It could be gifts of service.
Even, and here's something people don't talk about a lot. And I don't even know that we talked about a lot on here, but sometimes it's really important to ask a person on both sides, how did your parents get along?
Right.
Did your dad show your mom, with roses and flowers every holiday? Did he give her a card? Did he leave her a love letter? Did he even acknowledge it? How did your mom receive it? Did she do this or that or that? So you can kind of say, oh, so and that person's probably used to seeing it that way. That's probably the way they're going to do me until we learn more about each other's love language and how we perceive things.
There's a deeper level to this as well. What about the ones who grew up in single parent households? They have not seen it.
Wow.
And then on top of that, society puts all this pressure on men and women. So you're dealing with, individuals that have life situations piled up on them. And so having these expectations is unfair. Like, get to know the person.
Yeah, get to know them. Okay, look at the pattern so you're not rushing into some quick conclusions about it. Okay, the next one I want to say is this. Remember, in your relationships, you want to build. Okay, you want to build. You don't want to just be in there acting like, it's supposed to be here from the first day. No, you're building what you want. You're building your relationship, and both of you are putting inputs into that. It's almost like you have to look at it as you two are data collecting. And as you're adding the data, your relationship is adjusting. It's being modified. It's molding. You're molding it into what you want to where it benefits to both of you. It has both of y'all's personalities. It's got both of y'all wants, both of y'all desires, both of y'all dreams. And you're doing this together. You're taking your individualism out of the equation, and it's becoming we. It's becoming us. It's becoming our.
Yeah.
Okay. It's not hers or his or mine or her. It's ours. Okay. It's us.
Right.
You want to be represented. Both of you want to be represented. When people see her, I pray that they also see me.
They do.
And when they see me, I pray they also see her.
They do.
Okay. It's not just we look at things, or people look at us and only see one of us. I want them to be able to see both of us in everything, regardless which one they see first.
And before you go to that last one, I just want to say, and I'm, I was watching, looking at the podcast for Better or Best, and there was first of all, that couple was featured on Black Love, but they now have their own podcast. But I remember on Black Love, I remember that they told the story of when one time they had went out to dinner, and they had went in with a group of friends. This is when early on when they started dating, and the bill came, and Shireen knew that Charles did not have any money. He did not have a lot of money, and the bill was more than, and she slipped him money up under the table. And he talked about like that, like did it for him. And then he also talked about recently on a podcast episode, he talked about how, his credit was horrible when they got married, and she had a platinum Amex, and she added him to her card. And first of all, they met because they were in the same career. So she knew his, I hate to use the word potential, but she knew, quote unquote, his value. I don't even like to use that word either. She knew, what he was capable of. So she added him to her Amex, and it skyrocketed, of course, his credit. But now their business is based because of what he did, how he was strategic, and his wisdom and his smarts, and how he manages it, how he built it. And that's why that's why he talks about why he's good at planning, because he's a strategist. And so I say that to say, when you talked about building together, the thing that you have to know with the unrealistic expectations and not having a perfect situation is that a good relationship is coming with the good and the bad. Mm-hmm. It is both coming with the good and the bad. And you've got to know where you're graced for that person and where they're graced for you. Mm-hmm. But to think that you're going to have a perfect situation is unrealistic. You're coming in building together, and don't force it. Let it build. And that was your point. Yeah.
Absolutely. And here's the last one. And the last one is something we say in almost every single video. Okay. And that is, use your discernment. Mm-hmm. We've been given discernment by the Holy Spirit. Use it.
Use your discernment.
Stop trying to control the narrative. Stop trying to let a story that you created in your fantasies and everything, stop trying to force that on somebody else in their life. Mm-hmm. Use your discernment.
Mm-hmm. Or looking at the landscape of social media perfection, relationship goals and couple goals and all that, looking at that. Now, there are some that are really solid relationships, but they're more because there's a trap of the enemy. It's a part of the trap of the enemy is to fall for the shiny object, which is the counterfeit. Mm-hmm. So it's a lot of that. So that's laced with glamour and only telling one side of the story. So your discernment when you're watching these videos and these couples, you've got to use your discernment. Are they showing me the whole picture? Are they showing me the good, bad, and the ugly? Are they really showing me the flaws? And so you gotta look at it in its totality if you're going to take advice from that.
If you're going to use what you're seeing from this group, this couple, as including what's going to influence your situation
and your decisions,
then you need to know the truth about that couple that you're using.
Yeah. Are they telling, their hard knocks?
Yeah.
Are they tell you the whole truth? Yeah. Are they transparent? And so, yeah.
Yeah. So remember I didn't mean to cut you off, baby. Remember, every single relationship is different.
It's different. That's what I was going to say. It's different.
What might work for them might not work for you.
It may not work for you.
What works for you might not work for anybody else.
Right. Yeah.
So you have to be careful who you let influence your marriage.
Yeah. Or your potential marriage. Mm-hmm. Or because a lot of you not getting there because you're writing off the person because they didn't acknowledge your birthday. They didn't say good morning or happy birthday. Good morning, beautiful, happy Valentine's Day. They didn't say it. Right. And they forgot it was February 14th.
And the reason why we can talk about this so passionately is because of we both have a birthday that's right on top
of a holiday
that people celebrate all the time, every single year. Okay. And we do our best to celebrate them both for each of us.
Yeah.
So we don't feel like we're combining one celebration for two different occasions. But at the end of the day, if we don't celebrate either one, it doesn't mean that either one of us love the other less, or that we feel unloved, or our self-esteem has plummeted because nobody recognized this. No, there are bigger things going on right now.
Bigger things, and love be flowing. Like by the time it comes to our birthdays, I'd be like, I just want to rest. Listen, so yeah. Whoa, I hope y'all got something out of this. Y'all drop your comments below. Get off those unrealistic expectations because they could be keeping you single. And enough is enough. It's time to let go of the nonsense.
Especially the things that we're holding against each other that are just unrealistic. Yeah. And it's not right. And it's keeping us apart because we're accusing each other of things that we're not even guilty of.
Yeah. And stop having unrealistic expectations on yourself. Mm-hmm. No, ladies, you might not go in there looking like Barbie, like, trying to lose 35 pounds before you meet somebody, because that's a block. No, you put on that cute dress, how you are. Mm-hmm. and go out on that date. Go meet that person.
And fellas, we know, some of you haven't been to a restaurant where you think that you have the right clothes that you can dress up to,
or even the right
wanted.
credit card, the right
type of
money.
Yes, but guess what?
Yeah, there's plenty of women who will take a Chili's date.
The person that God has for you will have grace for you in that area.
Exactly.
And so with the women.
Yes. So
with that being said, as always, we pray that this directs you back to the Word of God and what He says about your situation.
Yes, ask Him to cleanse your heart and show you that person's heart. That's where we want to leave this.
Absolutely. And we look forward to seeing you guys in our next video.
Yeah.
Peace.
Peace.